Squeeze La Familia, man. We back again.
We back. Y'all already know the vibes.
The Bronx burning. RICO for the drillers. Free the drillers. Free the drillers, man. Free the guys, man. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. I said before I wasn't doing no New York like stories and shit. I said I wasn't doing it because I'm like, niggas probably gonna be tight with me. I don't care though. I'm doing it. We doing it. For the drillers, man. Let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. Make sure to hit that bell.
And I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son. He sent me some videos, and it is...
Son is a rat.
Yo, son, you're bugging.
Your son is a fucking rat, yo.
Son,
you're bugging, son. You're bugging. You know your dad, the big 12.
Not the little one.
He's the biggest 12. Nigga, that nigga like the governor or some
Not
shit.
the little.
Yeah, nah. What is he, the governor or some shit? He the governor? Or the mayor? He the mayor. He the mayor. He the mayor of New York. Yeah, he's bugging. His son is bugging.
At one time, the Bronx was a thriving community. That started to change.
Where y'all niggas at, bro? We are moving on this time. Y'all just pissing on my son, goon war. Nigga, y'all niggas fucking.
You did somebody who died. His name was Rara. Yeah.
2,000 babies is bugged out.
2,000 babies jump on this internet and tell you they gonna kill you and they mean it.
Yeah.
And they mean it. Them little 2,000 babies, 2004, 2005 babies.
Yo, they grew up demon.
Nigga, listen, they grew up watching niggas, but they 10 times worse than niggas was. I ain't gonna lie. Them little niggas stepping. They stepping in the name of love. And they ain't stepping in the name of love. They stepping in something else. They stepping in the name of thug. I don't know what's up, these little niggas. These little 2,000 babies, though, I keep them little niggas away from me. Because I'll flash out on them little niggas.
Before he died, 2 days before he died, he said, I'm going to kill you when I see you. Look how that worked.
These individuals want to get credit for the harm that they're doing.
The gangs are accused of operating out of public housing and often stalk their enemies in broad daylight.
We are allowing music.
Why you running? I'm Dolly. Why you running? Nigga probably had the grip in the other hand, the phone in one hand, chasing the nigga, bro. Niggas is nutty. Little niggas is nutty. Why you running? He got the blick in his hand, though.
Nah, that nigga gonna get me.
Unless he just puts me.
Display of guns, violence, we're allowing it to stay on these sites.
Hi, what is up, everybody? We gotta talk about New York drill. Probably one of the wildest scenes in rap, period. 7 years ago, there was a huge explosion with Brooklyn drill. Then the feds started doing gang sweeps, taking everybody down one by one. It got so crazy, you got shootings happening in Times Square involving established rappers.
This week's gunfire in Times Square, police have made an arrest. 20-year-old Jamina Elijah of Brooklyn.
Since 2017, the NYPD has used facial recognition technology, or FRT, in 22,000 cases. Because there's so many cameras in New York.
Fuck around likely to see some niggas I was up north with, or niggas I was out there with, little Brooklyn drill rap niggas. Came home, turned up.
Them niggas looking dead at the camera.
Dead at the camera. Going to jail.
The internet gets their hands on the footage of their favorite rappers involved in shootouts and moving traffic, stabbings, beatings near delis. I mean, some of the songs that were going viral. Every other line was someone smoking on someone's dead ops. Crews would boast about those same crimes and put them in music videos like they were Easter eggs. You had the city's mayor, Eric Adams, coming out in a press conference wanting to ban drill music, even expanding and investing into different departments that tracks everybody's pages online.
Much of that work is done here at the NYPD's Real-Time Crime Center.
They're bragging about what they're doing. Social media has proven to be an invaluable tool.
A few years ago, the Bronx took over. Maybe one of the sickest boroughs in the city.
The society in the Bronx is horrible.
Rappers from the Bronx to stop.
Bronx is definitely the nuttiest borough. And right now, Bronx got it right now. It usually be Brooklyn be like the most like, this is for everybody that ain't from New York. This is like a little, you know, because a lot of subscribers ain't from New York.
Ever since that shit happened, a little homie Junior, a little Spanish.
It been nutty, yeah, but before that it was being nutty. It been getting nutty. Bronx been nutty for like the last 5 years. Brooklyn's still crazy though, but Bronx is different though. Bronx niggas every day somebody getting clapped or dying in the Bronx every day.
See somebody riding on a bike with a refrigerator on their back.
I'm telling you, the Bronx is nutty. You never know what you gonna see out here, nigga. Gangster. That's gangster.
using the music to encourage shootings.
I remember in the 90s, kids were throwing fridges off the roofs of the River Park Tower projects in the Bronx. And now the kids from RPT are getting indicted by the dozens on federal racketeering and gang conspiracy charges.
Niggas don't care about me my whole life. I've only been like 3 months. Like, niggas really forgot about me already. Like,
with the government trying to pin them forever.
That's the thing these little niggas don't know. Y'all niggas out here doing all this drilling and killing. As soon as you get to jail, guess what? Niggas gonna forget about you. You ain't putting out no more hot music. Yeah, you can't fuck them little bitches. Yeah, they gonna forget about you ASAP, nigga. 3 months.
From murder all the way to animal cruelty. Talking about one of the most infamous drill voices in the scene, Dthang, who was talking shit to a pigeon on an Instagram live stream with his voice, then shooting it dead for 100 viewers.
your little mate's right here. Dog, wait. We about to drill him. You gonna pick him up? I can't look.
See, everything in New York was getting done for clout, followers, and numbers. With shootings spiking from 200 all the way to 500 last year. It's all young kids, aged 13 and 15.
Nigga popped the word, nigga.
He pulled up on the picture like, little dummy.
Bow! Nigga, pop that shit.
Nah,
Nigga, get jiggy before I shoot you, yeah? Get jiggy before I shoot you, yeah? Clap the bird, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
The back alleys and the looping hills in the Bronx, using scooters to carry out hits in broad day.
This gang conducted wolf pack-like searches throughout the investigation.
Now, we're getting into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Millie's. Let's go.
Trying to send someone to urgent before they make me patient. With the stroller in a hospital hallway pacing. Put it on my mama, I was young.
I'm about to say, oh boy.
It's not to stop.
Kiss on him.
Alright, we're going to the Bronx to understand this story. Get ready to see wild shit. I mean, you got gangs dressing as Squid Games for Halloween, and it's not to go trick-or-treating. For the last 2 summers, Bronx drill was everywhere. On TikTok, radio stations, you got 3 to 4 sets of different cousins, blood-related, all established rappers, beefing with each other because of block politics.
That's my cousin.
No! Both of them are your cousins.
Everybody's like, wait, hold up. They cousins, they're going at it with these cousins. Can't wait to see Auntie now. Huh.
Because y'all all family, technically, could you ever see all of y'all reconciling?
Nah, I don't think so.
Wow. The music in the Bronx is
Nigga, fuck my cousin.
super high energy, sometimes too high. Like these kids got ADD or something. The Bronx has the biggest dropout rate in all of New York, and it's becoming a problem. You got kids going to school in rival territories, with different campuses getting metal detectors in them to squash gang shootings.
Ready? OIK, you heard?
This, of course, is the rapper Shy K, with 100 million views on YouTube in 2 years of rapping, coming out of the Cortland Projects in the South Bronx, aka home of extortion. In 2009, the Cortland homes was subject to a police sweeping called Operation Bad Apple, which
In 2009, that little nigga probably was like 9. Probably less than that, 7.
Okay.
Nigga ran down on him, nigga.
Aggressive.
Dead ass
down
with it.
52 people for racketeering and gang conspiracy. The NYPD even went on to build a police building right across the street from the projects called PSA 7, even though a precinct and a Bronx borough court are literally a few blocks away. Portland's home to popular rappers like B-Love and Shy K. Shah, who's known for having a deep-ass voice that doesn't really match his face, went to the rival school in Mott Haven campus, just 9 minutes away from...
Niggas ain't got a deep voice that don't match his
Nah,
face.
this nigga's
Pause.
cracking jokes.
That's pause too, though. That's gangster.
where he would bug out towards any kid that repped the rival gang, the YGs. He was making posts talking about YG killer, even hopping on Instagram lives at 12 years old saying directly to a YG kid named Muladi that he was gonna spare him.
What's up, Via Muladi? Yo, he said what's up, Via Muladi?
Little badass little nigga. He been a badass little nigga. He 12. Look at him. He look the same too.
He was outside 9.
Yeah.
Thugging.
Thugging. Little nigga thugging. Shout out to him.
I know, I'm not gonna jump you on the jump nuts.
5 years later, Muladi would get murdered. See, the Young Gunners, or the YGs, is an infamous Bronx-made gang, which started in 2003 in the Mott Haven houses and the Patterson houses, just 10 minutes away from Cortland. 2 detention centers in the Bronx, Horizons and Crossroads, are breeding grounds for gang recruitment. And the YGs were formed to combat the overwhelming numbers of Bloods in adult jails like Rikers Island.
Get ready. Bitch, get ready. Them niggas be deep on that gate screaming that bullshit every day.
Moving.
Fuck them niggas, man. Niggas be on that gate every day talking that bullshit, man. Can't even sleep. Fucking hate them niggas, man. But I got love for some.
YG's had dozens and dozens of different sets, all banging under its umbrella, with all sorts of different hoods spread out throughout the Bronx, forcing other blocks around them to create their own gangs in response to combat the YGs. You can even see this in the classic South Bronx joint, Shot Caller, from French Montana.
French with them YGs, nigga. My son French with them cheese lease. Cheese lease. Chill.
No French is surrounded by YGs, and here...
Drop the green hearts in the comments, man. Yeah, for my YG niggas, man. Drop the green hearts, man.
You can see the leader, Dthang, who was killed a few years later at Club Tropicana, beaten on the head with the glass base of a hookah pipe. And when the glass shattered, his ops used a metal rod inside the hookah to continue pounding his head, leaving Dthang drenched in blood. He died in a coma a week later. The youngsters who oppose YGs often cite this event to antagonize them. YGs were notorious for violence themselves. Locals remember a horrific event that took place on
Fuck around, see niggas in here, see niggas in the YB shit. Niggas on Hilltop, man.
YGs were notorious for violence themselves.
You know them niggas?
Locals remember a horrific event that took... YGs were notorious for violence.
Where?
Themselves. Locals remember a horrific event that took place on April 16th, 2012, when a gang of YGs were drinking liquor on a hazy night, discussing who was the toughest in the crew. But his crew of YGs made a 7-minute walk and stormed their rivals on Cortlandt Ave to see what they could catch. The Cortlandt buildings were empty, except for one kid, a 16-year-old named Noah Bala, aka Moses, was alone walking. Probably weighed about 90 pounds soaking wet. The YGs chased him, kicked him to the ground, stomped him to death. Kids from the Cortlandt projects hold Noah's
rest in peace to Noah, man. Goddamn.
in high regard. Be Love, whose hit song, If You Know You Know, got 16 million views when it was released 2 years ago. He actually confronted the brother of a YG's member that killed Noah outside in front of the Metro Court, as this guy was waiting to be tried for a different murder of another Cortlandt youth named Yellow.
Come across the street. I gave him a call with it. Nah, flop you, throw that up one more time. What the fuck you talking about, man? What you talking about? Come across the street.
The Bronx is so crazy. Dudes will get active in the courts.
Niggas recording him, telling him I brought the court with me. Niggas be tweaking and wondering why they getting indicted, bro. Niggas is on live doing that.
The courts, in front of police, they don't care.
That's son, nigga.
Now, Noah's death is
nigga said I'm coming to Cortlandt tonight in front of the police. That's the nigga Wavy brother.
Oh, what?
Gangster. That's gangster.
Now, Noah's death.
What's that nigga name? LA Shine. That's LA Shine.
Now, Noah's death is brought up in dozens of drill songs.
I'm coming to Cortlandt tonight. I'm coming to Cortlandt tonight. I got a story about LA Shine, but I'm not gonna tell y'all that shit.
All to disrespect him, the Cortlandt projects. Notorious YG rapper Dthang out of the River Park Towers, a YG stronghold in the West Bronx, made the song Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. In it, Dthang has a cold-blooded line talking about the beating of Noah.
Just once I always feel like a fidget. Every catch I'll be going like that bitch. Just trying to fall back, I'm a clipper.
That song is riddled with disses. The title itself sounds funny. Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. It's a direct shot at Shy EK, the rapper from Cortlandt, who was caught on camera getting a wedgie.
Wow.
You like my new song?
Wedgie Man this, Wedgie Man that.
Now Dthang's home, RPT, the River Park Towers, alias the Death House, encompasses 2 44-floor buildings and 2 38-story buildings standing over the Harlem River. 8 years ago, the feds took down 20 of their top guys, wiping out the leaders, hiring security guards, and installing cameras to stop people from dealing drugs right outside. Then, the kids took over.
One way in, one way out. So like this my brother for life, forever.
They continued drug dealing, robbing. The feds were actually finding illegal weapons in the music videos, then tying them to shootings.
You got shot, is that true?
Yeah, we know. What about mother we know?
New York has always had very strict gun laws. People wanted to know how these kids were getting their hands on weapons. Ghost guns, these untraceable firearms made from parts you could purchase online. It's been wreaking havoc in the city.
If you're a child, if you're a convicted felon, you can go online and purchase these parts, get the parts, construct the firearm.
Serial numbers, untraceable, no background check, nothing. That is a problem.
The whole of 2021 was crazy. As the feds were tuning into Instagram lives, you could see stuff like rapper Dthang with his own cousin, Kayflock, flashing out at each other for a live audience.
Your money, don't do that money, don't do that money.
If I see Stunner, you know I'm a whack him. Fuck that. You know I'm a cut. I showed my energy last time I saw you, Stunner.
Kayflock is literally Dthang's blood cousin, coming from the famous Little Italy part of Central Bronx, near the 48th precinct. Kayflock's own mom pretended in an interview not even to know who Dthang was.
Him and Dthang are cousins.
I don't even know who that thing is.
I'm the mom and I'm confirming it. That's nowhere near related to me at all.
His gang, DOA, or Dead on Arrival, is an allegiance of 5 blocks, all of which are surrounded by YGs and Drillies, a vicious gang of bloods that also oppose Kayflock and his gang, DOA.
Oh, sounds like a come play. Come play today. You always playing on the internet. I want you to come play today.
Now, because the fans knew Kayflock as a crash-out specialist who would film his gang endeavors all for social media, this resulted in all his music getting more and more views.
Let me tell you what he did, bro. This nigga gonna call me to a mention party full of hot.
Yo, I was there. We was in there, but who was there?
I was there.
I was there. Rock in there. Right around those.
Now, this would make his rivals upset, jealous. Kayflock would bring them into Instagram Lives just to argue with them.
Bro, that was scariness. I was finally young.
You never did nothing to me, though. Really, though. Really did never did nothing to me.
That kid he was talking shit to is Rajiz, a YG member from the 800 block, literally a 15-minute walk away from Kayflock's hood. Now, just 2 weeks after they had that argument on live, this YG kid Rajiz would preview a track called Real Facts, where he was going after Kayflock.
Hey, yo, kicking, I listen to facts. Anytime that they talk to backs, you blew and smoking on back.
While this was going on, the feds were catching these same YG kids on surveillance cameras, carjacking Toyota Camrys, Mercedes-Benzes, even robbing someone at gunpoint. A month later, on July 11th, those same YG goons were hunting in DOA territory, Kayflock's neighborhood. They only had to drive 6 minutes before stumbling upon a 13-year-old kid named J-Rip, who looked up to Kayflock with huge admiration. One kid hopped out of a black Honda Accord that had 3 orange racing stripes on its hood. The kid aimed his pistol, unloading into J-Rip, who stumbled into this cafe, Angels, bled out, and died in front of customers. The same cafe, Angels, where Kayflock and Shaike were hanging out on a live stream a few months ago, right across the street from Kayflock's apartment.
Word to the God. Don't slide. Don't try to make it loud. Do some stupid shit.
Word of J-Rip's murder got out quickly that day. The kid Rajiz, who was on live with Flock a few months prior, was now on social media mocking J-Rip's death. 7 hours later, Jay's friends went off to retaliate. They found Rajiz in a private Uber on the phone. 2 shooters on a scooter pulled up next to him, opened fire through the window, hitting him in the head and torso, killing Ra instantly.
I remember that shit, bro. They called him the same day? Nutty. I didn't know they called him the same day. In the Uber. I remember that week, that whole week was nutty. Now that I think about it, word. That whole week was nutty.
And all this happened in Mount Hope, a mile out from J-Rip's murder scene earlier that day. Ra's family learned about his death from a friend who was on the phone with him at the moment he was killed. Revenge does not heal losing loved ones, but Flock's fame was exponentially growing. He got an offer for his very first show, upstate in Poughkeepsie, 2 hours out of New York City, where locals targeted him right away. 5 people were found shot, 1 stabbed, right outside the club Revel 32, as security at the venue scrambled, turning his tour bus into a makeshift ambulance, transporting victims to the hospital. The tour bus got shot up as well, because the people that were doing the shooting thought that Kayflock was inside it.
Most of these victims were occupants of a private bus that had been identified as being in multiple locations.
Niggas gonna try you when you rapping that gangster shit, nigga. Niggas gonna try you, OT. Yeah, them niggas try them niggas. Flock the wrong bus. Poughkeepsie go down. They go down up there up north, man. Niggas think upstate New York, they just giving it up. Newburgh, Poughkeepsie, nutty. Them niggas nutty out there.
Here in the city of Poughkeepsie.
But he managed to escape unharmed. The next day, Kayflock would pop out at Rolling Loud, New York for a surprise performance.
With the surprise performance, the next stars in New York, Kayflock and P-Love.
When he got into a brawl with another Bronx artist as their entourages clashed, thus banning Flock from the festival for life. And all this beef had just boosted his profile. That same night, he would drop the song Being Honest with G Herbo, which now has 25 million views on YouTube. It was like Kayflock was on top of the world, but he was still doing drills. 6 days later, he was in a rental car with his boys, driving to his cousin Dthang's building, the River Park Towers, spotting an op, shooting them on the Roberto Clemente Bridge. You would think it would stop there, but no. The next week, undercovers pulled Kayflock over in Yonkers, finding a gun in his sock.
I remember I was riding by and seen that shit when Kayflock was getting booked. I was like, it was mad. I forgot where I was going. I think I was going to get high ride.
Got a famous guy.
They was on it. Well, it was so much
got
police.
A famous guy.
Which, if you know New York laws, carries a 3 to 5 year sentence. The very next day, he was bragging about buying a new gun. You're thinking this might stop, and it will. Getting close to Christmas, on December 16th, 2021, Kayflock walked past the barbershop in Harlem early in the morning, had a standoff with this man, pulled a pistol out, and shot him dead. The rapper in the city with the most buzz, caught on surveillance video, wearing designer clothing from head to toe, shooting.
So the nigga he popped was really YG though. The nigga that he popped was a op. I didn't know that. I was thinking that there was a nigga chasing clout when it first happened. I didn't know it really was a op. Allegedly. That's gangster.
With the most buzz, caught on surveillance video, wearing designer clothing from head to toe, shooting a rival. And the shoes he's wearing in surveillance video that day are the same unreleased Jordans he was showing off for social media just a few days before.
That's why I don't be posting, my nigga. That's why I don't be posting like that, my nigga.
They looking at nigga shit like that.
I don't know, be posting, my nigga.
The craziest part is the guy Flock's booked for killing comes from a set in Harlem that have the same enemies that Kayflock has. Geographically, they have the same rivals. They both beef with YGs and Drillies. Flock began beefing with this set in Harlem called the OIs because one of their rappers, Edop Baby, was seen at a party smoking on Instagram Live with some YGs.
Yo, this shit, why do this shit got 300 views?
So Flock turned on him, gathered his posse, and made one of the coldest Bronx drill songs yet, called Brotherly Love. Riddled with disses towards this Harlem set, the OIs.
I catch a fight on activist hole. Niggas talking, fuck you wanna do. I hate you with them op niggas, whatever they thought, I'm dropping it too.
Shy-E-K, the rapper from Cortland, would side with Edop Baby, so in turn, he would start beefing with Flock, and Flock would start beefing with him. Both of them releasing diss tracks. Flock saying he was smoking on Shy-E-K's dead father.
See, Flock, we had niggas music's doing bad now. Y'all needed it. With fear, cause you know what we're gonna do. They gonna be the 5th dead DOA member.
Interestingly, just minutes before Flock pulled the trigger at that barbershop, killing the man, he had logged onto FaceTime to talk directly to his rivals, brandishing his gun. And he was filming at the exact same stoops where Edop Baby, the rapper from Harlem, had filmed a music video 1 year prior called Ready for War. Slowly, one by one, the Bronx was following the Brooklyn scene, with all the rappers getting wiped out by police indictments. 5 months later, the Drillies would get taken down in a massive RICO case, booking 20 people for murder, conspiracy, racketeering, and gang activity. Not even a month later.
I mean, I really wonder, like, did they expect anything else to happen with this going on right now?
Yo, bro.
Doing the dumb shit y'all doing, did y'all expect to get away scot-free every time? Like, really? Did y'all niggas think y'all was gonna, like, just get away? Y'all really that kind of steppers? Or y'all never gonna get caught? They just don't give a fuck. That might be what it is.
Along with 22 of his guys from RPT would get swept up as well. Then if you thought the scene wasn't toxic enough, 6 months later, the young rapper from Harlem, Edop Baby, would commit suicide, which has fans still wondering to this day why that happened. Fast forward to this year, February 2023, and Kayflock, who was already sitting in prison for murder, would be one of 7 DOA members named in a federal indictment spanning from 2017 all the way to 2023.
Nutty.
This is the New York drill scene in a nutshell. Every few years, a scene pops off from one of the boroughs, rappers make a huge wave, and then it all comes crashing down. That's it.
Now they all in jail and dead. Freedom though. Freedom guys, man.
God bless, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. I'm too high.
Too high.
This is it. This is all y'all getting today.
Okay.
Please.